Okay, I did it again. I opened the window with okay. So I stopped for dinner and I finally done with it. And that's at the point where, well, it was working. I just fixed, well, we fixed that one, this issue here, and so now there should not be any issue known to me or which I can imagine. It's currently working. So, if you check in this, we are in instruction dy, and actually, why not just let it run and have a look if it works? Like, it's not working the whole time, so why should it work now? So yeah, at that point it jumps and it places the point. That's pretty, like, always. I fear because it's this late, it may write the wrong one, but of course it's not working for reasons. So just gonna stop the clock. Let's have a look. It's currently writing 13, so we can do that. No, wait for the next value. Next value is 8, so I'm gonna write 8. And then we got to 10, which is the first difference between x. Try x, but no x. Is it x? Should be x. So it's 13 minus 1. 12. It's 12, not 10. Oh, anyway. Next one. So that is the next difference, which is 6. That's 8 minus 2. Totally fine. And this should be saved somewhere in, well, let's have a look. We got 1 here, we got 13 here, we got 12 here, we got 2 here, we got 8 here. That sounds all perfectly fine. So now we got 5. I said that I'm gonna continue recording. Why is he talking to me then? Anyway, why is the server? It's not. Members, please, why are you doing this to me? Anyway, 5. So 5 was, why is it still using OBS? It don't, oh, okay, there's no Minecraft in this. What's wrong with it? Damn it. Oh, it's the current one, okay, I see. So it's storing to 5, and this 5, it's the second one, dy. dy 5, it's actually the previously y1, which used to be 8. So the next time, like if this is over, it should be 6 instead of 8. Let's confirm it. This is 5, isn't it? Doesn't it? Apparently, yep. The next thing which should happen is that that gets multiplied by 2, which is 6 by 2 is 12. So let's store that, and it also gets stored in that. So instead of 6, it should now store 12, and it's doing that. Cool. So we get 2, 13, 12, 2, and 12. Oh gosh, that is confusing. Anyway, we're now at a point where we got 0. We're doing subtraction. Let's have a look. No, don't OBS that. We just did that one. We did this one. This is the multiplication by 2, and now we're calculating d. As I said previously, this is 0 indeed, because d is 12 by 12. 12 minus 12, and that is 0. So that gonna be saved into 6, and this one is 6 right now. So it will be saved into something which is probably already 6. So already 0, so that is already 0. So there's not much of a change over it. Just do this. Next thing, what we got here is that one. We duplicate dx. dx is 12. So now it's 24 because it's just shifted by 1. This is actually the case. So we're gonna save 2dx in 3. And 3 is this one over here. What? Where is that? This one and 3 means it's gonna be saved here. That used to be whatever is half of 24. It's 12. Wait, 24, yeah, it's 12. So this time it should save, wait, here's 3. It saved 24. Great, that's working fine. So we can say at this point that the setup is like totally working. We're at this point right now. This is all just setup. So what we got next is we check if d is greater 0. How do we do that? But that we just do subtraction. We subtract d from, we subtract 0 from d. Is that correct? Yeah, it's correct. If we subtract 0 from d and then check if it's positive and not 0, yeah, fine. And this is the first step, which we do. And since it's 0, it should not jump. Let's see. It's not bigger 0, so it should skip the next 2 lines. It should jump, yes. If that is actually smaller equal to, then jump there. So I had that kind of confusing. So this one actually, now we're gonna check if it's smaller or equal 0, and that is the case, so it should jump. You can see that this one is blocked, this is increment, and this one jumping is not incremented. It's not enabled. It shows 112 here and 12. Well, let's see if that's the case. If I choose to click this, it should be on 12, which is apparently this one. And the point should be plotted, because that's also what happened in the last instruction. So the next thing which actually happens is that we're at this point. We're gonna take d, which is stored in 6, and add twice dy, which is stored in 5. So that is 6, and that one here is 5. So that works. So what we're reading here is 12. So does that make any sense? We got 0 in d. Now we're adding whatever dy is, and that's 12. So hey, that perfectly makes sense. So that works. Crazy. And the next thing what we do is we're gonna increment x and actually save the result into this one. X is this one, so that should be 2. Wait, what is this? This is just the saving of the addition after that. So the value here is 2, and the value which actually is here is also 2. So this one will trigger in the next one and update this value. So that also should work after the next take. And after that, it's a jump condition check again. This should be saved in the previous x value, that was apparently 4. 4? Wait, 4? Am I? 1, it's 1, that's 1. So this one should be on 2 after the next take. That's the case. Great. This is, if you look at it now, a negative number. But that doesn't really matter, because it won't be saved anyway. Point is, it's negative and thus not 0. What we're checking here, what we actually want to check here, if we have to jump, and yes, we have to jump. So this jump condition is just wrong. Why is it wrong? We're here in this one. I said this one is equals, and this one not equals, and this one not equals. This is bigger and smaller. So either of these is the case. Why is it not enabled? Like, what's wrong here? Yeah, okay, this is interesting. Oh, you see this? I see the bug. You know, I changed the order at some point. Wait, no, this is correct. Why is that wrong here? Why is this value wrong? What happened? This should not be this value. It was working so fine up to now. This is the... Oh, this is also not 101. It's wrong. Look at this. Place the torch here. There's not supposed to be a torch here. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 4 bits. So what went wrong? Have I the wrong type of bitmap? Did I place 1 or 0 here? Oh, there's the 1. Okay, there we go. Save it. Run that stupid command again. Grab the command. Torture reset. And torture paste. Oh, got that stuff again. Oh. I should make a force method or skip, even better, skip command, so that when we do this, it just skips it, because it knows that, okay, this value is not meant to be written to, and that's the wrong one. Where's it? Here's it. No, that's not it. There's it. There we go. So just fix that one from top. Like that. Okay. So that was a bug. That was one bug. As you can see, there's no 9 here, and that's now the correct condition. There's so many bugs in this, it's poor. Like everything which could be broken was broken or something like that. Okay, there we go. Should be 1 there. Let's give it a go. It should be jumping now. If not, we're gonna see that if it's not doing that. Do you see what I see? Wrong placed pixel. And no reset. Maybe I should add another reset or something. And skip that line. And do normal addition or X incrementation now. The condition check. And I jump back on its jumping. So that is good already. The condition is working at the point it should draw. Okay, it is. It's not going up, so that is kind of concerning me. Because it should go up at some point. I don't want to draw a banana, but apparently from what I see here, it won't ever go up. So yeah. So the D condition is actually wrong. The question is, what are the D values actually? Oh, he actually unvanished. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of the most slowest. What is that? Okay. Fix your Minecraft client, your network, or your computer. Because this redstone here is not slowed down a bit. Fix your internet. So at some point, at least we're going to confirm that this connection, not connection. Where did it jump to here? What was that? Okay, it stopped and it reset it properly. So the point which we have to check now, which doesn't matter, is why is that breaking? Like what is wrong with this? Nobody knows. I need one button. There we go. Put button here. Push this once, and there we go. The first instruction. I will click this forward until we get to the point where it actually has D. Twelve, 6. You can see how unsynced it is here. 12, and next one should be 0. Right? That is D, the first one. It already placed the wrong point there. I don't know why. Like, why is it not placing that point? I mean, like, it's supposed to be resetting, and it's not. I don't get why. Is that like? No, there's just 2 points where. Oh, it's drawing here. Maybe the reset also needs to be a bit delayed or something. I'm just gonna put the reset here and here too. I'm gonna have a look at that. Anyway, let's just continue and never mind that pixel, because the values are proper now. Oh yeah, right. I'm just gonna do like this, because it has to be turned off and then turned on again. There's no whatever in between. So there we go, 24, that's the dx, which gets multiplied by 2. And next one is 0. So that's the point where we're checking something. I think that's the, let's see, that's this one. So something is obviously wrong with this one. I'm unsure, because it's like never going in here. It's doing subtraction. I can tell these 2 bits are set. It saves to 0, and it loads D into A. So that's D at 6, and that one below is 0, and it saves to 0. So that's all perfectly fine. Point is, which condition does it have? It has the conditions equal or A smaller. It's totally fine actually, because currently it says it's equal. 0 is equal 0, yes. So it will jump. So, okay, let's accept that. Totally works. So after this instruction, the first pixel should be set, by the way. That's the case. So now we are at this instruction. That is when D, which is 6 at 6, will be incremented by 5, and 5 is 2 times dy. Oops. 5 is, wait here, 2 times dy is 5. There we go. So that works fine. That should be 12. And it is 12, and 12 gonna be saved into D. So if we run this and check the last one, we can see that nothing got saved. If nothing gets saved, that also means that I fucked up something again. And it means that obviously we'll never jump into the D section. The question, which is important now, is why is it not saving D? Does it do that in general, or doesn't do it that? Doesn't it do that in general, or whatever? So I'm gonna skip to that point where we actually can see where it saves D and have a look at what is actually wrong with it. So I'm also gonna investigate the first time when it's saving D, and that is not this instruction but the second after. Okay, one more. there we go. So now it's 0, that's the first time when it saves D. The question is D activated? D is activated. Is this line here extended by enough? Who knows? Let's have a look. We need something like this. No, it's not. Apparently, it's exactly before that one. Okay, so this is another bug which is now down. Let's say reset this again and start it all over. My brain is like really gone by now, but I'm at least in a correct mood. I should need a bit. I need a bit of water. Way okay. There it goes. Let's just have a look. Busy. So at this point it should jump, or at that point, here's the jump. It jumps, it does the saving, it increments, it checks and jumps back. There it is, jumps back, it checks D the next time, it sets the next point, it goes back, it goes in and places a... What is it doing? Why is it jumping back to there? Like that totally makes no sense. There's not even a jump command here. Am I somehow powering this and totally messing up something? What did I miss here? I don't really get what's wrong here. I mean, like, how is that even happening? So, I would say reset again. Go to instruction 1 and run this clock a bit. This actually has to run a bunch of loops. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check the values. Write 13, write 8, write 12, write 6, do the difference, which is 12, write D, write 24, that's dx, check the D, skip it, +1, no point, I should stop this. Maybe it's just too fast, like I could slow the clock a bit, because it's a destruction, the later half it may break at that point. So we're at the destruction, right, and the instruction which places the next pixel and does the D check. D itself should be at 12 now, means it should jump. It's not because it's bigger than damn it. Actually, it should, where is it? Yeah, it's D. D is 12. D minus 0 is, well, it's not equal. It has a carry. Because of subtraction, it has a carry. What is he saying? Welcome back. It's non-negative, and I want to check if it's positive with this condition. That's actually not the case. That the condition says true, because at this point it should say true and it should go 1 up. It's not. Why isn't it? I have these two activated. It's not equal. I can see that. And it's not negative. It's negative. Wait, this is negative. So it should jump. Oh, it should not jump. So this is perfectly fine. It should not jump because this time D is over 12, over 0, so it should go in here. Which it perfectly does. It goes in here. This is the point where it should take, it should do the incrementation of X. No, Y actually. 2 plus 1 is 3, and that should be saved in Y. So when doing this, it should save in 3. That changes to 3. 3 gets saved in some variable somewhere, I don't know, I hope so it works. And that's the point where you do a bit of subtraction. This should be yeah, this is D, which used to be 12, minus 24. And if you invert this, you get 1101, and you add 1, then you get 0011. So that is 12, so this is negative 12. Perfect. That's totally fine. We're gonna write that to 6 and jump one more. At that point, we're gonna add 12 to D again, and D used to be minus 12, and with 12 it's 0 again. So that is totally fine. That's gonna be saved in 6. Go on. We're at the next point now. This is the incrementation of x. Means we have 3 as x now, which should be saved here. That's the case. Let's do it. Nice, there we go. 6 is saved. And now we are at this condition, which most likely fails in some manner. I'm unsure how actually, but it does. Maybe. Well, no, it did not fail in the last times. Anyway, we're gonna check if we're gonna jump. We're gonna jump because that is certainly some weird number. We're just checking if the number is equal. If the numbers are equals, that's not the case. The numbers are 1 and 2, so that's x and x1. So that is totally fine. We should jump back. And we jump back. So now we're gonna check if we should go into a loop again, if we should increment y one more, and at that point also write the value. And this is kind of a tricky thing. No, actually not. It's totally fine. So what we're gonna write here is the point 3, 3. No, just looking at this, that is this point here. This should be written. If it's the case, we're gonna see. I have never seen this point today because this thing derped up. I have a feeling that the clock is just set for too fast, so I will slow down when this works. At 4 ticks or so, or 8 ticks, who knows. Or 5 ticks would be good, but I don't have that, so maybe 2 ticks, 4 ticks, that's what I mean. Anyway, this one says, hey, you gotta jump because D is not above 0. It's actually 0. So that's totally fine. So if I do this, we should see another point at 3, 3. That's the case. And we should jump over to here. Time to increase the clock. For safety, I'm gonna add 8. And then turn this on. So these should be slow enough to actually function. That was too fast. Why is it doing that? Why is it skipping that line here this fast? Like, what is wrong here? I don't get it, because that is the real reason why this one fails. It's doing both of them, or? Why is it doing both of them? Oh, I see. Okay. So the problem is that this one is not a pulse. It stays on. If it stays on, that means that this wire here can change and then activate this one. So what we want to do actually... Yeah, well, how do we fix that? Well, maybe the case. So you can totally see this effect of triggering both of that. It's obviously a total mistake. it's jumping and then it's incrementing by 1. That's like crazy. So what we need to do is, or what I need to do is to actually get rid of this issue. What I'm gonna do is, for starters, change the layout of this so that I get a little bit more room. The next thing I'm gonna do is change more to get more room. Just to fix it. It's like not pretty, I don't like it, but it has to be fixed because this is an annoying bug. I mean, like, how can I do this? It's so disgusting. Where's that slab? I need a slab. There we go. There we go. So like this. Begin. So I will just put a signal cutter here, which like really cuts it down to just a bit. Then we're gonna get one of these to make a long signal, which can be cut then again. Something's wrong here. No, it seems to work now. Wherever that one is stuck by now. So let's go back. Get to the 0 position and let's start it. You're in my way. Line drawer, obviously. Anyone can see that. I mean, like, it's totally obvious. So the setup is almost done. Here we are at this point. Oh, I know why my CPU is like this crazy. I had chunk loading issues, so I went down a bit. There we go. So jump back for the next pixel. There we go. Everything fine. I should maybe put lamps there to more easily recognize where it is. Why is it jumping that fast? It's just wrong. Like, it's jumping instantly over to there. What's wrong with this? Why is it doing both? Am I stupid? Have I failed life? I don't really get this. It's kind of weird. I mean, like, why is it this fast? Why don't I just put like a little bit of delay in here? Is it affecting anything else here? No, it's not. Okay, now the server is lagging. Oh gosh, this is awful. Why is the server lagging like shit? No, it can't be this. This is just a simple CPU. Well, how was that? 5. That's no lag. A restart doesn't fix anything. There's a reason for lag, mates. What's wrong with you? I believe that anytime it always happens. Look, this stuff here, that's lag causing. Although it's not really lag. I'm like, why are they doing that? It's annoying. Don't do that. So I am about to remove every small lag factor there is. As a awesome. Where's that? It used to be a time when we checked everything with. What's wrong with him? Okay, and there was another one, TP22. Yeah, it's that. That's the last. So I go back to my plot. So there we are. I don't have any lag anymore. It must be this one which lags the server, but let them cry, they're all noobs. Like it's not that big of a CPU, so I have no clue why that one is lagging, but well, okay. Good, so I'm gonna just continue this and hope that this one is working properly now. So there we go. It's just off, so it's just incrementing which should work. And without looking at anything else, just have a look at the change here. There, it failed again. I don't get it. I totally don't understand why it's failing. Okay, there, it didn't fail. Okay, it does not fail. Okay, good. Now that was incrementation. Incrementation. Where are we? No incrementation, that was jump. Let's jump. Incrementation. Incrementation. Now there should be a jump. Increment, no jump. Incrementation. Something is happening. It is not increasing Y, but I believe it stopped doing that nonsense. It actually should draw a pixel after this. I don't really understand why it's not. Is there like a problem you got here? Yeah, there's it triggers this. That's even a long signal, so I see no clue why it's not drawing that. Except the value in here is not increasing anymore. Which apparently is not the case. So there's a problem for these values. It might be that it's the display. I'm unsure. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. But first of all, I want that the values are actually increasing in Y. And I know why that is not the case. Right. y is stored in register 4. So the question is register 4 correct? No, it's 2. And y here is also 2. So that is actually matching. The question is, why is that line here, which was called a bunch of times, not doing anything? Let's do it again. So this line here actually should take 4 and 4 and increment 1. So that causes that one down there to be incremented. That never happens. I'm quite unsure why that's not doing anything. So let's just have a look for the 4th one. It's like probably never incremented, or it's the problem with debugging text HS, and you won't notice anything. So here we are. We got some weird D value apparently, because D is like nowhere set. Well, that's kind of a high number, don't we? So it just refuses to go into that area anymore, and I don't know why. Why is 1 the next one after 4 instead of 5? Something is wrong with the X incrementation actually, as you can see. I don't know what. Oops. I should run this one first and then that one. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, so let's let this one run a bit. Where are we? In code. There. Let's continue. Stop it. So we're now at the point 1 before the condition. So yeah, we can actually run one more. Means we're now at the condition. This is the point where it's important. So we're not gonna jump in. So we're gonna jump over it. Jump is activated. So this should jump over to here. And this line we're gonna add some values so that we get 12. It's totally fine. Once we did that, we're going to increment that one value, which is X. So at that point, X should be written to here, which potentially works, but only potentially, which is a real big issue. It writes to 1 actually, so why is that not working? I'm kind of unsure. 2 is saved. Let's make a bunch of cycles. We're now at there again. So this time D will be added, and that's 12. So in the next cycle, D is bigger than whatever it used to be. Anyway, we're back again at this one. This one will save, and that one will also save. So whatever I do now, that should be 3, and this one 2. Works. Now we're at the point where we have to jump. Jump is activated. We're gonna jump for reasons, and then we're back at the previous D condition. At that point, we're not gonna jump. As we can see, it's off. That's good, because we got 12. Let's go into it. Yep, that worked. So this time we're gonna increment y, and y is the one at the bottom. That was previously 2, so this time we'll save it. It should be 3. That's the case. That's good. So we're now at the point where we got -12 and we're gonna add 12, and that's 0, and that's gonna be saved. That's totally no problem. And now we got the point where we add 12 to 0 again. Wait, no, we just did the -24. Wait, where are we now? This is the +12 one. Okay. Did we subtract the wrong one? Well, it doesn't matter, because then it just should skyrocket, like go. This is the incrementation of the next x to 4. It should happen. So let's give it a try. There it is. It's saved. It's saved. Sure. So that's the point. It should be saved in the next situation, which is after this instruction. It should jump back. Totally fine, because we're not at the max x right yet. And now we're here at this d again. D is over 0, and it won't jump, so that's fine. So it should actually increment x now, y now. So y should go to 4 after we plot the next pixel. And the next pixel plotting is in here. There we go, that's the next pixel. So I don't quite get why we've got 3 here and then 1 up. That kind of looks weird. But yeah. Where are we now? Incrementation of y again. Okay, and we did so. Worked. Next one. That's yeah, that's the okay. That's the negative part. That's -12. That's the part where we do +12. That's the part where we do 5. That's the x value. Should work. And it did not work. This is interesting now, because it saved the 1 but not this one, and I'm very sure that this works. Like if we have this again, well, let's reset. Just turn this. Why is that lever here? Let's just gonna let this run. For over an hour it's already running and still not working, so some people really put a lot of effort in their builds. On this is not even rank worthy if you look at the line draw alone. But if you look at the CPU, it's a totally rank up worthy. So we're not gonna do +1 because we're still at whatever 0. Here we go to 12. And now we go back to the D check, and that one actually should have triggered already. It did not, for some reason. We're now at the point where we got 3 here, so that works fine. It looks like it's just the SS2 here, which is not working. No, it is actually working, as you can see. So maybe there are 2 kind of signals which have 2 different lengths, and thus fail. Holy, I gotta stop this. Okay. Here we are now. This is 5. And as you can see, SS is not reaching. Welcome. Let's debug. There we go. SS is reaching. 5 will be plotted. Great. Although that it's not rising, different issue, but this issue here should be solved by now. This one is also 4 and it should go to 5 now. Why is it happening? The point is that this time it's going from below here and not from there. So that's the issue why it's not working. But that's already the last one? No. There's also this one here. But that one seems to be proper, like we do this and this and this. Oh, that's funny. Let's do this. Are you kidding me? There we go. So we got all these working here. So that one totally does not work. But now it is. Now these all are powered. So that's perfect. There's so many traps you can fall for when you're doing redstone and you're not watching out. But sometimes it just works. But that's the reason why you're doing debugging. It's like you find them all the bugs one after another, or just let this run. And there we go, 5. Cool. And there's also 5. So at least it should be able to run overall to. It should run overall to all the way to the other side. And for some reason it's like not incrementing in Y level. Yeah, it's a straight line drawer. A very inefficient one. Which bravely jumps over this all the time. I'm gonna find that bug. But once it's running like this, I want to see how it stops at the end. So yeah, so at this point it should not jump. The incrementation happened, the lines are 0, it should go there, it does, and now it should prompt the last point, which is there, line perfect, so the X values are working. So this is our D value. Let's reset it now. So it's 0. It's supposed to be 0 at this point, and so we made the first point. So we're quickly at the end of this, which is actually here. We're already over it, so it should have the value 12. It does, because 0 plus 12, right? But if we continue now, we'll jump to this line, and that actually has to decide what to do. And for some reason, it's not jumping, which is totally fine. The question is, maybe it's only not doing that because it's too fast. Like, now it decided to go in here, in this, so y should be increased by 1. Y is 2 and not 3, so let's go in here and we're gonna see that this is now 3, as it's supposed to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset this again and let it loop once over. But this time we're gonna keep a good eye on this and see if it jumps. Because if it does, that means we got a timing issue. Which also may be caused by the repeaters I just added, but I'm unsure. My opinion, that was all there all the time. So we're gonna watch for that repeater to be on. And that is when this line is active the second time. Which is not yet the case. Okay, this line is now gonna set the pixel. Which is now, okay. It jumped over. It does the incrementation. It goes to that line. And jumps back to here. And that's the point where this should be on. But it's not. So the question is, why is it not on? Is D not working? What is not working in this case? Oh well, that failed. There we go. So, I'm gonna check what happens when it saves D. We know that the first time it saves a 0, that is totally fine. Should be this line. Okay, should be next line. Then not. Or manually go look it up. Okay, it's anyway. It's now it just wrote it. It wrote to it. Okay, that's the point where it keep a good eye on it. Have a look what happens. It wrote 12 to it. Totally fine. So now comes the check. The first one. And it skipped it. Now we got 24, which should never happen here. So the check is actually not working for some reason, which I don't understand. Because when we clock it a little bit more slowly, it's working, and setting the value obviously is also working. And the next line should display the 0. There we go. So that's the condition we get. Now it continues. We're gonna get a 12 now. But it's totally nonsense here. I mean, like, what is that? Bam, now it's 24 again. So something's really wrong at that point. Because I want to see a line now, I'm just gonna slow it down again. I'm kind of tired of this, and I really want to finish the videos. I can improve it probably later after it, but yeah, it's kind of meh. Thirsty. I don't need water. Everything is solvable by just slowing it down. Okay, not really. Something is just broken. So we got 5 of them now. 5 by 4 is 20 by 2. So we go on 22 ticks now. Bullshit. On 42. 4.2 seconds per instruction. That is really slow. So if it's now not working, I really don't know. And that's not the point of it. So something is wrong, the clock is too slow, too fast. But yeah. But the code is working. Now the addition +1. Perfect, it happened. The second loop, so this time it's slow enough. Cool. We're just gonna let this run for an hour, and actually I could fill up my water bottle and just look at this result at that point, but let's not. if possible, fast forward. Fasting forward, forward, fasting, fasting forward, forward, fasting. I'm not gonna let you watch that all. I'm gonna fast forward it, if possible. So we're just gonna shut my trap. Ah, 6-6, no. But look at that perfect line. Bresenham. It's working. Nice. Last iteration. Last one. Nice. Okay. I make myself ready to start the clock. There we go. It's drawing lines. Either I suck counting, or the clock was, or because of a bug the clock is this slow now. So I'm not quite sure. It's currently on 4.2 ticks, seconds, 4.2 seconds, and previously it was on 2.5 seconds. I don't know why that's the case by now, but it's fine in my opinion for now. At least fine enough for this video series. So, okay, this was the way too long video series about how to build that stuff and at least 50% of bug fixing. If someone actually managed to watch all the way through it without falling asleep or without skipping, or at least skipping is fine, then leave a comment. Actually, anyway, leave a comment, especially if you know me or if I know you. So, okay, that's the whole thing. CPU, 8-bit, 25 bits per instruction, and display. Cool. Slow as hell. Thanks for watching.